Damn, it took me forever to get ready. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I'd be in this bitch in 30 seconds or less. Hey, Adam. Good evening, honey. I'm doing great. Hey, y'all. I'm sorry. I thought that I was going to be ready for this live in like 5 seconds. But instead, like, took me forever to get my tea ready, to smoke, blow my nose. I don't know what was going on. I'm sorry, y'all. How y'all doing? How's your evening going? It's 1 o'clock in the morning here. What time is it where y'all at? Adam, I know what time it is where you at, Cali man. What time is it where everyone else is at? Good evening. See, I'm trying this new thing where I wake up super early in the morning. I do everything I'm supposed to do. Then I go to bed extra early at like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. So I can wake up and do these 1 o'clock in the morning lives. So y'all need to appreciate these lives because this is 1 in the morning. I just try to make it so I get a good like if I go to bed at 6, 7:30, then I can wake up at a timely manner at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I can turn around, right? Go back to sleep, wake up at normal time, do another live. So it's 2 lives in a day, 2 videos in a day, and I'm gonna try to start giving y'all long form video once a day too. So there'll be 2 lives, 2 shorts, one long form video. I think that's pretty good for content. And then, I have to go be my kid's mommy. I may start putting our school on video too, just because it's more content for you all, because I'm a homeschooler. And I would show y'all my book, but I don't trust y'all enough to read it out loud, so you're just going to have to watch me do that. I did not get to my book yesterday, naughty me, but I did get to all the laundry from our vacation, so that's good. But tomorrow's definitely book day, or I guess later on the day is book day. There's some things I need to do. I unformatted my formatting because I needed to, so I'm going to reformat it, which feels frustrating, but that's okay. Thank you. I appreciate you, Adam. I really do. Thank you. Um, and I appreciate your patience. So, guys, ever since I got back from my trip, I've been feeling really good. And it's not like post vacation syndrome, right? Because you know how, like, I'm not trying to be funny, but you know how, like, people have post nut clarity or they feel better? It's not like that. It's more like I went on the vacation, I had a special night with God in the water, and now the person that we're just there's levels to this shit. You know, I try to keep some shit to myself, but for some reason I'm having a hard time pulling my spirituality out of my content. So it's like I give y'all the content in the daytime, and then at night here on my lives you get my spiritual side, which is really the dopest shit about me, if I had to be honest with you. Because there's levels to this shit and I know where I'm at, and I just keep it to myself because people are dangerous. But if we had to be honest, right? I went on that boat. There was some prayers that were said. There were some intentions that were placed appropriately, and I've been feeling it. And it's not that I've been feeling it like, oh, I can fly. No, I've been feeling it like the attacks have been coming like no one's business. It makes me feel happy because if people feel the need to attack me out of nowhere and they feel agitated with me, that means something has changed about me. And I'm more than what I was before. Before my trip, people were cool. After my trip, people who I don't expect to be disrespectful to me have been showing their little ass in the most subtle ways. And I'm like, I know exactly what it is. That water did for me what it was supposed to. I went on my trip and I stayed focused. I went on my trip and I discovered some shit about myself and I stayed focused and it worked. So not only did I have a great time, sorry guys, I'm trying to get myself together. So not only did I have a great time and I enjoyed my time with my son, but it worked. Now, some honorable mentions here. There's one person who has just been, I don't know what their issue is with me as of lately, but this person mentioned they had never thought about taking their child on vacation, or any child at that. Not a grandchild, not a niece, not even a nephew. And they was like, I sent them the pictures, and they were like, oh wow, you took a lot of pictures, and y'all look like y'all are having fun. I never thought to take a child on vacation. That's you. You know what I'm saying? There's these people out there who have lived their lives entirely for themselves, selfishly, married who they wanted to marry, did what they wanted to do, spent up money that they shouldn't have spent up, and they have thought entirely of themselves. And then you meet a person like me, and I'm thinking of my son, and everything I'm doing is with my son in mind. And I'm changing the game up and shaming these men and women because they never thought with their children in mind. And that's pissing them off that I would dare to live a different path. So this particular person is so far into the system they don't even understand. Like, has gained maybe like 300 pounds. Hey, Leroy Adams, maybe has gained not 300. I'm being a dick. Maybe 100, 125 pounds in 6 years. No, it didn't take all 6 years, in like 5 years, but doesn't admit that they're depressed. I'm like, something's going on. says that you're supposed to be fat and that being in shape is a lie. Literally says this. Um, I'm like, I used to be big at once. I know for a fact that things weren't working very clear on me, that my knees were suffering, my hips were suffering. I don't think we should be over a certain weight. It's one thing to be fat, it's another thing to just be stacked. That's just the truth. I can't help that I have breast and butt and hips. But if I gain 100 pounds over the course of a year, I could have helped that. So this person tells me things like, you're supposed to be fat. This person says weird things like, they feel like the consent age should be lowered. And this is a woman. This is why I say don't trust men or women. Because they had a child at an early age and their mother shamed them for having sex as a teenager. So this person just feels like, well, doesn't everyone do it? And since everyone does it, the age should be lowered. No, bitch, everyone doesn't do it. I've waited till I was an adult. Not everyone is lustful. Um, this person lacks self control when it comes to sex, money, food, themselves. They have no control for themselves. And this is what I'm talking about. I've been saying this. The spiritual attack is on you because imagine lacking self discipline in every area possible. You're lustful, you can't go without your cigarettes, you can't go, you're overweight. I'm not trying to be funny. You you have more addictions than most. You spend a lot of money, you have a lot of addictions, and you don't connect well with others. These people are put in the world to be your agitators. People who have zero ability to love and care for themselves. And their mouths are loud as if they're good. But when you watch their aura and you see them, you're like, you're slowly killing yourself. You don't like yourself. Something's up. Because to slowly kill yourself means that there's something inside of you that's broken. And so I look at this beautiful person that I love and I think there's something inside of you that's broken. Because I do love them. They're family. There's something inside of you that's broken. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you, so I don't. I get tired because I love them. And when you love a person and you try to tell them right, they don't want to hear it. So it's more like, oh, but you think you're great. I I do think I'm great, but I don't think I'm perfect. I just call out my fallacies. I call out the things that are messed up with me. Why not? This tends to, my ex husband said that it's disarming him, meaning he wanted to point it out and tell me how much of a bitch I was, but I gave him no room because I myself knew and understood myself. So I became the problem because I was, I became the problem. I became the problem because I'm not going to let you gaslight me. It's more powerful to know yourself and to admit your wrongs. You always are the winner when you admit your wrongs. Sitting up there hiding behind this curtain of I'm perfect, that's where people get you. That's where people decide, okay, you know what I'm saying? I got this person. I'm gonna treat this person however I want to treat them. I'm gonna throw, I'm gonna throw the fallacies in their face. Can't throw my shit in my face because I already beat you to the punch. Because I'm not afraid to say I messed up. When you're not afraid to say you messed up, you piss off a lot of people. Oh, they are so irritated with you. So now you think you're better than them. No, bitch. It's just if you really want to be, this is Darwinism. I keep telling people that. It does not matter. People think that they're winning if they have money and a good job. All that shit can disappear. What's your mindset like? What's your spirit like? Because life does change in a heartbeat. And if all this shit was to go away, what could you stand on? Could you be a part of a new society that had to rebuild? Or would you just lay down and die? Could you create a new role for yourself in a new society? Or would you just lay down and die? The reality is, life changes every day. I'm an army brat. I moved every 3.5 years as a kid. I learned how to adapt real quick. There are so many people who talk all that shit. They never left their home. They've never lived somewhere else. They've never had to ingrain themselves in anyone else's life or culture. They've never had to learn how to camouflage in order to survive and or thrive in order to survive. They've never learned how to do that. They've never learned how to adapt. They just know this is the town I grew up in. This is where I'm from. So I'm speaking very loud from two perspectives. The I've visited places for 5 seconds perspective and I've never been anywhere perspective. And when they speak from this perspective, they are ignorant. And I listen and I'm like, as they tell me about myself, because a lot of people who haven't been anywhere, hasn't done anything. Those are the ones who tell me about myself. I'd be a fool to sit here and explain all my cultural knowledge in one conversation to people who doubt me. So I just listen. I go back and forth and I remind them of their fallacies. I remind them that the person that you hate the most is the person that you're just like. You're an agitator, just like the person who you feel like you're a victim of. You're perpetuating the exact same lifestyle and abuse that they do. You're just like them. People don't want to hear that. But I know the people I'm just like, and I know what's wrong with me, and I know the things that have nothing to do with other people that's wrong with me. Why would I not be self aware? Why is the issue that being aware and knowing that you're not perfect? Why is that? Why is that the disrespect? Why is that the issue? Own your shit before someone else owns you. Before you find yourself lying to yourself about stupid shit when you know right from wrong. You just can't seem to get yourself together. Because we're scared to look in the mirror and say, oh, I'm not perfect. I feel both guilty of this and a victim of the type of person. A lot of people who are guilty of it are victims. You just got to change it. Because what's so bad about being like I fucked up? Why are you crying about it? See, we are so afraid to be normal and human that when we fuck up, we beat ourselves up. Oh my god, I did this. Oh my god, I did that. That's why we hate people who don't do that. That's why people I get on their fucking nerves. Yeah, I did it. I shouldn't have. I was stupid, but I did. Now I know better and I do better. What you want from me? That irritates people's soul. But when you do like that, dude, you are in control. Be in control of your future and your destiny. I can't have a vice, but I can't accept that I mess up. Just accept that you mess up and realize when you're a shithead to others. Okay, it could have happened to you, but if you are too much like a person that you don't like, you have to change that. You have to learn how to be yourself more. You have to realize, okay, that's them, not me. If you find yourself being negative about something that you low key don't even give a shit about, that's them, not you. If you find yourself loving a football team and you don't even give a shit about sports, that's them, not you. Find yourself. And I think a lot of times it starts with the people who raise us. But if you think outside of your mom, dad, uncle, auntie, grandma, grandpa, that situation outside of that, think outside of your siblings. Who are you really? And be that person to the core. But I don't think that we're doing ourselves any good by, you know, beating ourselves up every time we mess up. We mess up. And is it really a mess up or is it just life? Because I don't see any animal that's perfect either. Everything turns in the wrong direction. You're supposed to learn not to go in that direction after that and go in the correct direction. So it's not supposed to be a big deal that you went in the wrong direction. I believe I'm still in search for myself to this day. Well, you keep searching, Adam. You keep freaking searching. Because I just feel like if there was never any outside noise, people would be better people. Like there wasn't any outside noise, outside influence, and let's just say we had no type of society and we were just roaming. And you make a family, you know, you meet a lady, make a family, and like the Croods. What if you're like the Croods? You know, I wonder what that looks like because I just think that people are influenced to believe that the things that they do are not normal. Okay, you see all this perfection, but I think it starts with us too, and this whole cancel culture BS. Okay, as a millennial, we did something different. We told our parents that they suck. Sure, okay, they did suck, but some of our parents are getting better, and mine are, and we are not giving them the the space to get better. A lot of people are not giving their parents the space to get better. They're not stepping back for and watching that growth take place. And it's because you're not stepping back and allowing yourself to grow. You're so used to being critical of others that when it's time to be critical of yourself, it feels like a internal scar. Get over that. I think it does start with your parents. I think so many people are hypercritical of their parents because that's your first sense of love. That's your first person that judges you. That's the first person that spanks you. That's the first person that talks to you crazy that says that they love you. But you also, okay, um, but you also have to understand that hating your parents is stupid after a while. If they were abusive, like for real abusive, you should have cut off that relationship when you became an adult and never re-engaged. If they could have been better human beings. They hurt my feelings abusive. If they were average 90s appearance abusive, have those conversations and then allow your parents to grow. Oh, you're fine. I'm happy that I'm helping. I love that when you come in here, you're getting something out of it instead of me just like twiddling my thumbs. I appreciate the space to be able to speak the way that I need to speak. Yeah, Chase, I agree. I agree that I believe most parents are trying the best that they can. Um, the best that they can looks like shit. Let's be real though. Parents that weren't there for their kids, or parents, men who were chasing after women and women who were chasing after men, they didn't give themselves the ability to be good parents. They may not have talked to their kids crazy or hit them, but they definitely put an adult squeeze on their children because now your child is supposed to understand why you got this one this week and that one next week. You know, I think every generation gets smarter and develops a little bit better. And millennials just so happen to be the generation of calling shit out. No one was doing that before us. We were breaking all the rules. You know, we were being disrespectful. But it helped our parents to grow and it helped us to grow. I think a lot of people are still stuck in the cycle of calling their parents out, though. Get over that shit. Laugh at them now. If they do something that you know for a fact is beneath you or even beneath the teachings that they, like the guidance that they gave you when you were a kid, just be like, yeah, okay. When I was a kid, you would have beat my ass for that, but I guess that's who you are in real life. And then acknowledge that that's who they are in real life and let it go. It's going to feel like a shocker to your system. The older you get, the more your parents reveal who they are to you. Get over it. They're not perfect. The shit that they used to, whoop you for, they are those people. They were beating themselves out of you. Okay, you revealed yourself to be a liar, that you lied as a kid. Your parents were beating that lie out of you because they're trying to beat the lie out of themselves. It's psychological. It's messed up. That's the way it is. But you don't have to perpetuate who they were into your child. You can just be better than them. Sometimes the lesson for people is to be better than them. And you're gonna piss them off. Get over it. We wanted a better world. You're not gonna get a better world by screaming at your past. You're only gonna get a better world by being the better person. Becoming the better person requires sacrifice because it requires honesty. You have to be a level of honest with yourself that you have not allowed any other human being to be towards you. But you have to be that towards yourself. A lot of people can't handle that. That's where shit gets hard. Looking in the mirror gets hard, but why? You should love what you see in the mirror. You should be like, girl, okay, or guy, look, you broken. You should look in the mirror and say this. Hey, you're broken. I want to fix you because I love you. Help me to fix you. Swear to God, if that mirror smiles and talks back at you, you better continue the conversation and not be a little bitch. Get the healing that you need. It's literally within you, burst like dying to come out. That's why you cry. That's why you feel depressed because you know that there's better in you, and you don't know how to unlock that box because you're scared. Open that door. It's not hard to be better. It just you were forced to focus on yourself and not the outside world. And that's difficult because the outside world is loud. The goal is for the outside is for you not to focus on yourself. Okay, why do you feel crummy about it? I understand why you feel numb, but what makes you feel sad? Do you feel like he passed before we could develop a relationship? Or do you feel sad because he passed before you could express your feelings? Which one is it, Chance? I think because I had a parent that was absent in my life, and a couple parents, and they're recently back in my life. All around the time that my son was born. If they had a stroke and died, I'd be sad, but I'd get over it. I would probably just be like, well, God wanted them to go, so I got the best out of them while I could. I love them. It'd probably be like that, to be honest with you. But I don't hold any resentment. Did you hold resentment in your heart for your dad, Chase? Chance, I'm sorry. It's definitely an in there. That's another thing. It sounds like a cliche, but you do have to forgive yourself and forgive others around you. It sounds so cliche. It's like, oh, okay, forgive me, but not for real. Yeah, I'm like, bro, remember when you did A, B, and C? That was fucked up. You can't be that person anymore. We have to do better. You have to talk to yourself like that. Why not? Y'all don't hear me though. Because the only person that needs to be there for you in your healing is you. You in a mirror, to be honest with you, and potentially a journal. And after you write every page, you can tear it up and throw it away. Like, no one has to know that you're trying to get better. They will see it in your actions and in your glow. Oh, okay, okay. He didn't teach you anything, but I would let go of that resentment. I would just let it go. The universe has given your father a stroke. Everyone goes through something, but not everyone goes through really bad things. Your daddy has had plenty of time to reflect why I'm sure he lost his language. I'm sure in the time that he wasn't speaking, he was thinking. He knows that he fucked up. If you're not coming around a lot, he, he understands. But for you, I'd forgive him and let him go. Even though he's alive, if you don't want to see him in your brain, pretend like he's dead. But also tell yourself that you're okay with that you forgive him, and that Just make sure before your dad dies that you're okay with where y'all are in life. That's the best way I can put it. So if he's not dead yet, but he went through this tragic situation, this may be the time for you to start your healing process and forgive him. Okay, he wasn't there. You can't change the past. And there's no answer he's going to give you that's good enough for why he wasn't there. I don't care if it was work. I don't care if it was women. I don't care if it was a wife. I don't care if it was other children. There's no answer that's going to be good enough for a parent being absent for their children's life. So you can listen to the answer and still forgive him because you can't change the past. And at this point, you know that you're fucking worthy of being a kid that had a parent in their life. And you need to look at it like your dad missed out on you. He had the opportunity to be the most amazing dad that he could to the most amazing kid, and he missed that shit. So because he missed that shit, fuck it. Start thinking of all the cool things you did with that. I'm like, I gotta ride my bike. Got me some pussy. You know, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know if you're an adult. I'm not trying to be funny. But right, I got me a good job. I got my mindset. Like I'm still here. And that's how you need to think of it. He missed you. And you sorry that he had a stroke. You don't wish nothing bad upon him. Nothing else bad upon him. But you let him take that L that he's gotten in that stroke. He'll learn something. Trust and believe that. You don't have to do nothing else. You don't have to go see him if you don't want to. Hey, Sebastian, you don't have to treat him like shit. You have to be malice towards him. Hell, you don't even have to pray for his healing, but don't pray for his demise. That's where we fuck up. Do not pray for his demise, or your healing's going to go backwards. You taught yourself what not to be like, what the universe wanted to show you to mold you to be better. That's how I view my parents. LOL, real. I mean, that was pretty funny. You're right, though. That's true. Hating just stranger energy. Yeah, being resentful to somebody and being mad at them, it takes away the energy that you need in order to heal yourself. No one has time for that. And yeah, I did take what the universe was giving me. I got my ass whooped plenty of times by the universe because I'm hard headed. We all are. So we go through hard lessons. But don't think just because you take universe's lessons that you go through easy lessons because you don't. You know? Reality is that it's hard either way. It's just you either you do difficult things and you work towards your healing and you feel the glow inside, or you don't do difficult things and you abuse yourself and you feel sad inside. I keep telling you I was suicidal. I never want to feel that way again. It's okay, puppy. It's okay, Zeusy. He's having a nightmare. He usually gets quiet after he hears my voice. What's good considering? So, you can't when you decide I'm tired of living this way. That's what it's gonna feel. It's like I'm tired, boss. I'm tired of hurt. I'm tired of pain. That don't mean you're not gonna feel any more hurt and pain. It just means you're gonna learn how to deal with it better. You're gonna learn how to understand. Each level is another level of understanding. I understand now why these people are coming at me. I understand why this person said this to me. I understand why I was offended by some shit I shouldn't be offended by. That's how you're gonna feel. You're just gonna understand more. It's not gonna get easier. People still gonna come at you. Like the same people. It's just when you elevate how you react to them, eventually they learn how to elevate to you. They learn how to adhere to you. They It's their own version of self growth, but in reality, you're orchestrating their growth. You're pulling the strings and they don't even know it because you're setting up this world around you of boundaries, and you're forcing everyone that wants to come in contact with you to elevate. They're either going to resent you for that because you're like this tornado, right? And you're elevating, and they want to get in this shit because it looks cool. And they're either going to resent this tornado and bounce back from it, or they're going to weather the storm to get inside. Y'all know how they say the eye of the storm, how like inside it's potentially beautiful. I guess the way I look at it is look at like a glowing, beautiful angel inside. That is what you're fighting for. You're fighting for yourself. All the shit around you is just BS. So when there's people that see you and they want that, what they need to understand is they have to start their own tornado. You can't come inside mine. You can peek and see that it's crazy on the outside, but the inside is a glowing ball of light. You gotta get your own tornado. You gotta handle your own truths. You have to lift your own self up. You have to be that light for yourself. No one can do that for you. You're not getting compliments, compliment yourself. You don't feel like you're getting enough love, love yourself. Yo, go in that mirror and say, I love you. Y'all don't believe me. The mirror talks back. I sound crazy, but I know what I'm talking about because I was fat and suicidal. I know what I'm talking about because I didn't believe in myself, and now I do. Wise women right here. Thank you. Train people how to treat you. And then anger management, Leroy Adams. I don't know about anger management, but okay. But it goes deeper than training people how to treat you. How do you treat yourself? They'll know. They'll know when people say, oh my God, your skin is so clear. You don't look 33, you look younger. What do? Well, I drink tea. I drink coffee as well. I drink tea. I drink water. I drink water. Y'all always see me with water and tea or water and coffee. I rest like I'm supposed to. The rules are simple. Feed yourself when you're hungry, but don't overeat. Exercise, but don't overstrain yourself. Drink liquids to remain hydrated. Keep things balanced. Sleep when you need to sleep because if not, your body can't heal because sleep is for healing. And stretch. Like, that's what I do. I love ginger teas, I love turmeric teas, and I love peach teas. I have the mix, but I do love them separate. Ginger and turmeric, they help with my digestion system, so they're everyday must. Sometimes I just put my powders of ginger and turmeric in there, and I just do the powders with hot water. But the tea needs to do something for me. I also like to take. Sometimes I like to take strips of ginger, uh, some fresh rosemary, some fresh thyme, some lemon and or orange. You can pick which one you want. A little bit of honey. That's my what I call like my sick time tea. When I get sick, I drink that. I like to make my own teas. Hey Chase, I'm trying to be cool with you, but I don't like for people to speak to me like that. This isn't OnlyFans, so I don't do yoga for you. I appreciate you saying that my lips are beautiful, but let's make sure we keep it there because you're getting into the disrespectful side and I don't appreciate it. Or Chance, excuse me. I keep calling you Chase. But, the reality is you know when you're going in the right direction because there are agitators. And so I could be feeling like, man, everything must be wrong because things aren't working right. Things are working right. That's why people are coming at me. And I love it. I must have done something right on that boat. And I couldn't be happier about it. Yesterday, my son, I sent the email to my son's school because, we're homeschooling and he started a new program. And I said, hey, he's not going to be in school. No one answered me. I kept getting these absent letters. I'm like, okay. Then I was told to return all his stuff back to school, right? Because his first week so happened to be the week we went on vacation. Y'all, when I say I was feeling my power, I made sure to send a nice long email. I told y'all he wasn't going to be in school. We're new to the school. If I did not follow the proper procedures, I would have appreciated if you all would have communicated with me rather than attempting to kick me out of the program We will be in school. I will see you in class at 9:30. Thank you. She said, I don't know why they did that. It had our names on the emails of return the materials. You think I got into it with that lady? Lady, I'm not getting into it with you. You the one who told them people we wasn't coming to their school. You the one that told me to return my materials. You're the one that didn't answer my emails that I thought I answered. No, you didn't. But because you thought we were stealing. But I had something for you because we showed up to that motherfucking class. Yes, we did. I didn't get into it. I didn't have to be disrespectful. I was very direct. I'm loving this new version of me. Okay, something has enhanced to me. I'm loving it. I'm very direct. I didn't say, Kim, we show up to class. No, we'll be there. Yeah, we'll be there. Excuse me, and we were in class. And then she kept getting the schedule wrong. That's okay. We'll go with it. It's the first week. Don't worry about it. But just know that I'm not one of those mothers that um isn't highly involved with her son. So we're here. Even when we were doing classwork today, I guess she was supposed to give him a reading assessment. And so she's telling him to read words and he knows the words. He knows how to read. His mama handled that. Now he's where he needs to be for his age level. Let's get going. But all this other shit, I don't know. I'm feeling myself. I'm learning how to be assertive without being disrespectful, and I love that about me. Because I don't want to be disrespectful, but I do want to be assertive. And I've always asserted myself, but I've always had an attitude with it. I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of having to get an attitude just to get what I need done. So I'm pretty excited that I'm learning how to be like, hey, we'll be there. Y'all, it's cold. I'm not accepting fall, winter very well. In my head, it shouldn't be this cold yet. But it's only like, I haven't turned my AC on in a while, nor have I turned on my heat because that's crazy. So it's only been like 68, probably like the lowest, and like 73 the highest. But still, I'd rather just wear clothes in the house than to manipulate the AC to keep your bill down. Especially over the winter, like it hasn't. Well, I guess we'll see with December, but it's been chilly, but it hasn't been freezing. So if it doesn't get cold in December like we think it should, well, thank you global warming. Shit. I'm just kidding about the thank you global warming. That's evil. I'm cold, guys. I have two blankets on. I think it's just me though. It's my body saying you're getting sleepy. Am I the only one who gets cold before I get sleepy? My body knows the drill. Wrap up in as many blankets as I can. You know, Chance, I wrote that message wrong. It says I gotta do me some yoga. In my head, you asked me to do yoga. I apologize if you're still even here now that I've read your message correctly. I thought you were being disrespectful, but I had to reread it. My apologies if you're still here. And if you're not still here, other people know I apologize to you. I don't get that cold, but sometimes I turn on a heater. Oh, like a space heater, Sebastian? Damn, I left my space heater. That was a good space heater. Probably would have set my house on fire, but I did have a good space heater. No, I have an internal heaters in my apartment. You must live somewhere that's a little bit colder in the winter than here. It drains more energy though. Oh, okay. That's cool. This whole energy draining thing, it gets me. I have solar in my house. Oh, you're in Oregon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're definitely using heaters right now. Yeah. I'm in the south, so it's not as cold. It's frigid. It takes me a while to acclimate. Probably need to eat more spinach or something. A little bit more iron in my blood. But my friend, she said her grandfather is has some greens that are about to sprout, that are about ready. So she brought me some turnips. She's gonna bring me some greens. I'm gonna cook my turnips tomorrow. I'm excited. And she's gonna bring me some greens. It's gonna be delicious. Maybe she'll bring me more turnips with the greens, and I'll make some turnips and greens with some beans. Oh, that sounds good, like a soup, guys. I'll cut the greens thin. That sounds delicious. So, how does it feel to be back from vacation? Feels like the world's moving fast, to be honest with you. Um, the first 2 days, day and a half, I felt like I was still in a boat. So I was swaying. I felt very dizzy. And then I was super sleepy. So I was trying to get everything done so that I can get ready for school yesterday. And so yesterday kind of whirlwind me. But I think today's going to be a better day. All the laundry's done. Everything from his new school is up. It's on. I prepared this a desk and office area for my son, and so we were doing schoolwork there. But I removed the materials that I had given him, and I replaced it with the materials that the school had given him. So yesterday was very productive, and I think today is just going to feel like a smooth day. So it feels good to be back. It's always nice to be home. Vacation was beautiful. My favorite part was swimming in the ocean and sitting on my patio listening to the waves crash. I was enamored by the ocean. I've never felt something so. I've felt like California beaches, South Carolina beaches, and Florida beaches, but I've never felt anything like a Bahamian beach. You know, that ocean water is clear, it's beautiful, it just makes you happy. It feels amazing. I wish I could go resubmerge myself in the water. I miss it, but I don't miss the aspect of vacation. No, I'm not from Atlanta. I did go to East Cobb though, but I'm not from Atlanta. Um, so I never felt anything like that before. I think I feel as though if I just stayed on the boat, I wouldn't have enjoyed myself. The best time that I had was in the ocean. Being and rocking on the boat at sea, like just being there with the water. I don't know. I just feel like I discovered something new about the earth that makes me want to be more connected to it. And I discovered something new about the universe that makes me appreciate it even more. And I don't know if you'll have ever been on a cruise ship, but to see how powerful that boat is, but to see that the waves are more powerful. I was getting so excited the night of the storm to see like the waves swell up and then crash into the sea. I mean, the boat as they were like, we're going this way, but the waves are going this way. And then they started coming at us. And the way that they were just hitting the boat and you could feel it, it felt so cool. You just, you realize how small you are in this world. When you meet the ocean, oh, okay, that's cool, Leroy. When you meet the ocean, you learn that you're just a speck. You're like sand because the ocean is powerful. And I loved it. The actual boat, it just felt like Vegas on a boat. Felt like any other touristy spot. They try to upsell you on everything, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that they tried to offer you luxury, but it was laced in like one, these people aren't getting paid a fair amount, but two, give me tips. And how can I take more of your money? You want to gamble? You want to buy a carton of cigarettes? You want to buy bottles of alcohol? The only thing they were missing was a strip club on my bench. I go to the club. You want to get drunk? 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 That's basically what they're saying. They're trying to get you fucked up so you can spend money. And it kind of reminds me of Percy Jackson. when they're in the what type of flower was it? I can't remember if it was a lily. You need to stop smoking cigarettes. Yes, you do. You can do it. You can stop your habit. You just have to pick a reason why you want to stop. Is it for your skin, your throat, your lungs? Scare yourself. Tell yourself in the mirror that you're too good for it. Imagine yourself without a cigarette. You know? Live in Cali. Hey, I voted for them for the price to go up for them in Cali when I lived there. All three. Mm. And let's do it. Let's do it at yeah, you're just gonna have to decide like, I don't wanna do this anymore. This shit's whack. I look too good for this. I want my skin to glow. I want my teeth to like shine. I ain't got time for this anymore. I don't understand. I don't understand the appeal in vaping. Um, I vaped long ago before it became digital, before it was cool, and I hated it because it just didn't give what I needed. I understand why people like it for the convenience, and it does give you this little head high. I will give you that. It gives you a little head rush. But I'm an advocate for THC, flavor, and nicotine, yeah. But I'm an advocate for THC. I feel like you can just take you like that. I'm also an advocate for the bong just because I feel like I don't roll up. I haven't smoked tree in years. Oh, okay. Well, I don't roll up because it's a waste. I don't believe in that. I believe in you just hit a little bowl when you need it and it helps you to fly. And if you don't need to fly, if you need to relax, maybe you're manic and you just need something to bring you down. I like it. I like it better than nicotine because only gives me a head rush and then it slows me down. I didn't like those effects. I feel like I was crazy. Who's your favorite college? Be more specific, please. Blunts, bongs, pipes, oils. I've done all of it. Okay. I've never done oils before. Or wax. I only hit my bong when I need it. Oh, I don't participate in sports, Leroy. I don't care for them. Sorry. I can make up a team. Um no, I'm not gonna make one up. I don't have one, sweetie. Oh, okay. Ain't that bad a bitch. Sometimes I don't understand why they keep acting like THC is a drug when the reality is it's just about nicotine and it's about tobacco and money and farmers. It's always about money. Just in case y'all were wondering, it's always about money. Even the prohibition, it's always about money. It's never about whether it's good. Because if we have to be honest with it, cigarettes should be outlawed, alcohol should be outlawed, THC should not. It all messes you up. Well, I don't feel like mine does. But THC does mess you up. If you don't know how to deal with your emotions outside of weed, you're gonna fuck yourself up. And if you don't go, like, okay, let's say you smoke this month, I advise people to not smoke the next month. Allow yourself to feel your emotions. Allow yourself to learn how to deal with your emotions outside of weed. Because people that don't know how to do that, they, okay, like somebody went on vacation with us and stayed in their room a lot because whatever excuses they were using, it's really just they were experiencing anxiety around all those people. Me too, Sebastian. But alcohol was not for me. It made me fat. And it was wild. I used to smoke cigarettes. Was not for me. I didn't like how it made my skin look and my teeth and my gums. It used to make those look ugly. So I was like, nope, this one's not for me either. And it was hurting my throat. I do weed, but it's every now and then. Man, trying to figure out where Leroy is going with this. We don't know if he's trying to make conversation or what. Leroy said, "What's your favorite team?" Hey, cute punk, welcome back. He said, "You ever been laid, played off before?" Leroy, you kind of getting me. See, I just got quiet. Make me gonna have to go take another hit, Leroy. No, you're good, King. Adam, you can't offend me. You're good. Well, you could, but you know the rules. Yeah, it's no offense. Nah, I read that. I was like, hmm, okay. Y'all know, y'all missed. I had a different crowd in here, cause there's another crowd of people who come along. I have no clue what he's trying to say. Me neither. I'm gonna leave it. He'll rewrite it if he need to. But there was one person that came here trying to sell me a vacation plan. Man, Adam Sebastian, y'all would have loved that dude. I mean, laid off when COVID came. I had a daycare when COVID came. I had to close my doors. Yes. Just trying to understand you, brother. I says, I've been listening silently here for now until I saw that awkward. Oh, Adam, he was furloughed. I've been furloughed too. Back in 2013, I think it was. I got furloughed as well. Yeah, I've been through. I mean, I've been through. Let's just say it like that. I'm sorry, Adam. Are you currently furloughed, Adam? Or were you furloughed with the current furlough? Yeah, keep on. When you see me in here, don't be quiet. Hey, I've learned that some of y'all really do just watch and be quiet, but y'all will talk when you feel like it. Then I got stimulus checks and I didn't have to work, and they got me back. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, you were living the dream. You were living the dream. I heard that. Donald Trump's lying right now, saying he gonna send stimulus checks out. Right. I I doubt that he will. Everybody's holding their breath. If that man sends a stimulus check out right before Christmas, it's only because he's praying that you're gonna go buy Christmas presents. It's all a part of the game since we said we're protesting Christmas. Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate that. It's all part of the game. I made a video and I could have made it better. I called people dumb dummians. That's my way of saying like dumbass, you dumb dummian. And I probably could have been nicer because I'm trying to be nicer. But I'm really disappointed in the people who are talking about buying a huge spread for Thanksgiving this year and all these Christmas presents that they're buying. We only asked you for 1 year, one time, 1 month. At all the years that you lived, we asked you for one, and you still participated. You still overconsumed. You could have participated. The goal was to not overconsume. People have already started. I'm disappointed. Disappointed because people fuss about the system, but no one understands that their little part matters. Just like the little part that you do when it comes to changing your mindset. Excuse me. Okay, so we'll use who's someone I can use. I know they won't get offended. We'll use Adam. And no one even knows who that is, which is great. We'll use Adam. Let's say Adam decides that he's tired of being upset. System got a lot of people hooked. Yeah, it does. Let's say Adam decides today he's ready to forgive his brother for what he did, for always being a little shithead in the family, right? Adam's like, I don't want to be mad at my brother anymore. You know, it's fine that mom spoiled him. I love him. We need two different things in life. Perspective is everything. I'm shifting my mindset. Adam could shift his mindset on the same day that 55,000 other people decide to shift their mindset. It's a shift in the system, it's a shift in the universe. So every little step you take to being a better person, it does affect the overall. They don't want to tell you that. But you being a better person every day, it affects the overall balance of human beings. That's why, I mean, think about it. They do their best to keep you distracted, to not be a good person, to go to therapy and talk to this lady over and over and over again about the same shit and never get the healing that you need. It's systematic. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to change just a little bit every day. They're not looking for you to wake up, to get insightful. And yeah, there's dramatic movies like The Matrix that teased the thought process of there being a matrix before you woke up to the fact that there's a matrix. Y'all think that's a coincidence that they introduce things to you that seem like that can be science fiction and then things like that actually do happen and people are like, "Oh my god, is it science fiction? Why are they putting the fiction word on it? Why are they instead of saying science spiritual?" Instead of saying this is happening, just not as complicated. Yeah, you're right. There's not a lot of robots that are making you go to sleep. There's just a lot of distractions and technology that's keeping your ass asleep. But okay. No, so it's not going to look like the Matrix. You're not pulling yourself out of some gunk and goo, but you are in the system. So they got you. But they made it seem like it was stupid. They put Keanu Reeves in it. They made it seem like, oh, you need Morpheus to come give you a pill. Propaganda, yes, propaganda against the truth. And so anytime somebody says you're in the Matrix, anyone can deny it by being like, that's a movie, shut up. They got you. They got you. Why would they have made something, a movie? Why? And you have to ask yourself, why did this series do so well? Because when you go back and watch The Matrix, it's not that great of a movie. Why did it do so well? Because people felt like they could connect with it. But y'all notice that each movie it got even more drastic on the fiction side. Oh, now this nigga jumping off buildings and flying. Of course it's gonna seem like, okay, you can't do that. But the point of it was supposed to be that you woke up and realized the BS. That's the point of the Matrix. See, they tell you the point at the beginning when this dude is hating his job and he has himself a little side hustle. How many of us hate our jobs and have a side hustle? Right? And then the code broke while he was doing his little side hustle, recognizing that he hated the system. That was the most truth they put in that movie. Not about no fucking blue or red pill or robots. The most truth that they put in that movie was that he hated his 9 to 5. Life around him was crappy. You seen it? There's another movie that's like that. What's Wanted with Angelina Jolie and they're curving bullets? Okay, the thought process is that you can bend reality to your will, but it all started the same. I don't like what I do for a living. I'm in corporate America. I feel like a zombie. Now I'm doing things that don't seem possible. That is the point. The point is the small truth that you're getting is that you're unsatisfied and that you can change your reality. That's the small truth that you're receiving from those movies. Everything else is meant to seem like it's impossible to happen because, of course, their thought process is dream bigger. It was 1 1 1 1 1 on the screen. That's crazy. Anyways, of course, the thought process is to dream bigger. So while you're sitting up here and you're really sitting up here thinking like I'm gonna change my life, you have to know that it's step one is to recognize you're not feeling the direction that it's going. Step two is to watch everything fall apart around you and be smart enough not to know to pick up the pieces. Let the shit shatter. Let your reality shatter. Be disgruntled with what's happening around you. And then see yourself in it and say, well, what can I do? Who am I? What are my gifts? Because you can't do it all. So if the educational system broken, you can't go fix the system and fix the medical system and fix the judicial system and fix the tech industry. You can't fix it all. Figure out what your gifts are, what your interests are, and move in that direction. You are now a part of society. Hey, hey, look at you. You are now a part of a new version of society where a fixed version of you is out there doing something that you love and enjoy, and you're raising the vibrations and you're moving the world forward. They don't want to tell you that though. They want to tell you just get a job for money. Once you see the truth for what life is, it's all about. One can't unsee it. Yeah, I can't unsee this, and I'm happy that I'm here to share it with y'all. Because you're right, cute punk. Once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. And I guess I'm just tired of being quiet about it. So there's going to be people who want to hear this. I'm here to let you hear it. Um, you're going to go into the world and you're going to be a better person. Doesn't mean you're not going to have a job. It doesn't mean you're not going to work for a living. It just means what you're doing aligns with who you are. Now, when we talk about that and we talk about truths in the physical sense, we're recognizing that America's coming to a time where it's not happy in the way that it's moving. The world isn't unhappy with the way that it's moving. We have literally witnessed Israel create the perfect land for themselves in the worst way possible. But the reality is, we all want that setup of government. Their setup is nice. We want that. We just want it the good way, right? Right? We don't want to do it the way we used to do it. We're, see, the reason why no one said anything about Israel is because America did it, didn't they? Isn't that what all conquerors do? They go to someone else's land, they slaughter, they make rules, they put up borders. It looked normal until everybody was like, "Hey, this is wrong." They knew it was wrong, but it had been the norm, and no one was talking about the fact that it had been the norm. So, in our new world, we literally all have to be better people, and the norm will be a world of integrity. But you have to get there. You have to work for it. You have to fight for it because we do want to all have a land like Israel where women get so much time off, maternity leave, where, families get money in order to establish their households and people get placed into good jobs and there's free universal health care. We want that. They gave it to them because after generations of these people infiltrating other people's lands and everything else, let's be real. They said, here, go take that land. Get out of here. We'll help you to destroy these people. Don't come back to our lands. We could have that. We could have a good society. It would take unity. It would take for everyone to do things like not show up to the Super Bowl. We're not going to not do that. You'd have to bankrupt the things that they think that you would never bankrupt. And that's there lies the issue. You'd have to not watch, everyone collectively would have to not watch the first game of the NFL in America. Not watch the first game of the MLB or basketball. Let their numbers drop for that night. Go pick something else. If there's a premiere of Shark Week, everybody go watch Shark Week instead. Just to fuck with them, just to show them that humans can flow like the ocean. Because see, rich people and people who want to control the world, corrupt people, they may stab each other behind the backs, But it's not before they get what they want in this world. They will unify for what they want. It's poor people who are too stupid to unify to get what we need. I'm convinced Leroy is just saying shit. He's like the drop of excitement. Like if the water is still, Leroy's the one that's just putting drops in it. Like we're gonna get some ripples out of this. I'm so happy that FAMU and Bethune this weekend in O Town. I'm so happy for you, Leroy. I hope you enjoy that. Anyways, it would take all of us to just make a little effect. It's gonna have big consequences. That one drop is gonna have big consequences, but we have to do it together, one time. And I think that that is what makes me laugh about. I don't know about the rest of the world, but that's what makes me laugh about Americans. We all have to do it one time. We see what happens when we do something one time. They change their mind, but it's difficult to get everybody to do it just one time because they think that they've tricked you to think you have free will, you dummy. And so you feel like you can't tell me not to watch the opening of football. This is my tradition. This is my family under God in America. You're so stupid. You don't even understand. You're fighting for their money instead of for your right to have a better world. One act of defiance. They hear you. This is why Christmas commercials came out sooner. They came out at the beginning of November. That's because by October we were saying we were protesting Christmas. They did that on purpose. They heard you. And what pisses me off is that when people get hurt, they get scared. Oh my God, they heard me. No, I'll shop your Christmas presents. I'm sorry. You should feel powerful. Instead, you feel scared. It's because you never wanted the power in the first place. You didn't want to change America. You just want to fuss about change. That's what a lot of people do. They don't want to actually change. They want to fuss about change. Real change takes energy. But I guess if you never knew what it was like on the other side, you're not gonna appreciate what it's like on the side of change. If the other side didn't bother you too bad, then change isn't gonna be anything for you. Yeah, you know what I've been enjoying seeing Cute Punk when and you can tell me better than anybody. When them colonizers left, that wasn't locals that pushed them out, was it? I'm curious. I think it was China and Russia that pushed them out. I know that they tried to make it seem as though they were being attacked. That's very funny to me. Imagine being a descendant of a colonizer in a country, in a continent that you know you had no business being in, and saying that you were getting your life was on the line, and they driving out of mass numbers. Was that just propaganda or was that the truth? I'm curious to know. And they make it seem like the people who want their lands back, their heritage back, they make it seem like those people are the problem. People fall for this stupid shit every day because they want to. They want to fall for the lies. The lies feel better than the truth, and really, the lies don't feel better. The lies is what got you crawled up in the fetal position, crying when no one's around at night, beating yourself for the shame that you put on yourself and your family, not even recognizing, bitch, you didn't shame your family. People go through stuff. And the house is two doors down from you. Somebody's crying about the exact same thing that you're crying about because it's normal. But they got you thinking you're unworthy and you're not unworthy. That's the issue with this world. You are very worthy. If you knew how much power you held, if every one person knew how powerful they were, I figured he was overreacting, especially since you just seen the same cars. But I get it. They're trying to shame y'all for telling people essentially like get the hell out. Not as many people left. He just needed an excuse to bring them over here to give him the money. Crazy. Not surprised though, because I think if it comes on the local, if it comes on national news, y'all know it's a lie. They're telling you to feel some type of way about something that you see. That's why some things that come on the news we push, the people push. The things you didn't ask for, they push to you. They want you to think that people in Africa are violent. It's stupid. They want you to think they're stupid. They want you to think they're undeveloped. But they also they trick Africans when Africans come to America. They trick y'all into thinking that we're unintelligent. They trick y'all to believe that we are leading in crime and violence. That's why it's rare that I meet African people that come to America that like black people, that like black Americans, especially the African men. Boy, they run to the hills when it comes to white people, and you can tell the difference on what location they choose when they get here, whether they go to Georgia or if they go to like some white wash version of California, like Boston, shit like that. You'll know. And there's two different type of Africans that come to America: the ones who are just themselves and coming to America, and the ones who have drank the Kool-Aid of Black Americans are violent, and we are, leading the way in crime in this country, and we're ignorant and stupid, and to stay away from us. And then, as the African gets acclimated to our country, you find out Black women are the number one consumers, and we're the number one educated. Mm, we can't be that bad, but they make y'all think that we are the worst. Meanwhile, go to West Virginia, get you one of them white girls that don't have any teeth in her mouth, who has sex with her cousins and her brothers every single day. That'll do you some good. They love those. They love those. Those are people who are perpetuating like this country is great when it's not. They don't know any better. Those are the ones that are amped up off of. Y'all see Honey Boo Boo's fat ass? I'm sorry. Let me stop. Do y'all remember when there was a television show for a little girl called Honey Boo Boo? And she was overweight and she was white and she used to drink Mountain Dew all the time. That is America. Just nasty over consumers who make it seem like this weird shit is cool. That's what they push to us. They push that, then they have TV shows like Hoarders, which in my 600-pound life, and they show fat people in America, dirty people in America. Like, come on, bro. Let's not act like what they're showing us on TV. you know, Americans care more about the dogs and the cats on the street than they do human beings. People are crazy, bro. It's just a cesspool of you fuck about everything else but who you are. And the people who don't do anything to anybody, we gonna make them seem like the bad guys. No, y'all are the bad guys because you've been tricked so many times. They've tricked y'all into wanting to be like Honey Boo Boo. They've tricked y'all to move to places like West Virginia where you don't have dental care. Oh, I believe it. I believe it 100%. Because people act like just because people live in a different country, their mindset is super different. If one country's mindset was crazy different from the rest, they would be the most advanced country. The reality is the places where it's like the best places to live are usually places where everybody looks the same and they are isolated from the rest of the world. When you're in the rest of the world, trust me, no country is really better than another. I want to break free. People got to figure out a way to break free. I feel like the Matrix is only going to be this wide open for a short amount of time. Excuse me, especially in America. Only China is a different world. I heard Japan's different too, but I don't know. I've never been. I've never been to China either. Um, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, people want to break free. They're just scared to break free, so they keep doing the same stupid shit that they keep doing. And I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get it for simple shit. Like, okay, I'm gonna get a little mean, but this is just me. I don't understand why when you live in the South, there are chicken spots all over. Like in a 5 mile radius, there's 280 cook deer. Republicans have power, cook deer. What do you mean cook? Um, I don't understand. What was I saying? Oh, while there's 285, I meant to say it as. Oh, okay, okay. I get what you mean. Thank you. There's 289 chicken spots out there. I don't get it. The price of eggs went up, but the price of chicken didn't go up. It's not making sense. There's you go to Cali, there's 289 like Mexican restaurants out here. Man, they got y'all so conditioned. They got y'all conditioned in the worst way possible. Oh, In and Out is better. Oh, Whataburger is better. Oh, Bojangles is better. All this shit is shit. But when you go to the grocery store to buy you some fresh food, that's just expensive. It sucks. Why are they making your real food expensive yet? They 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 took away benefits that people needed, and then McDonald's was trying to offer like a family deal. McDonald's is gross. Why y'all? Oh my God! Please, Tiffany, don't get started. Cause see, I'm finna tell y'all some truth y'all don't want to hear. McDonald's got an app, and you motherfuckers got the app. Do you know how disgusting that is? Why are you giving these corporations your everything? So now they're on your phone for the data. So now they know that little Jimmy enjoys getting a 2 cheeseburger meal every Thursday around 5 o'clock because the data shows it because little Jimmy orders it off the app. So they send little Jimmy rewards all week because well Jimmy gonna if he gets 30 reward points, he always gonna go get that 2 cheeseburgers on Thursday. So they gonna keep feeding him reward points. And Jimmy's like, yeah, I'm so lucky I got reward points. They're playing with you. Yeah, then it becomes a habit. Now you're addicted to this shit. They're playing with you. Man, there's so many ways where corporations they are messing us up. They're playing with us. Why do you think they build data centers, guys? Why do you think it's so important to them to build data centers? They want to know your every move. They want to control you through influence, through commercials, through ads. You don't think it's stupid that we still have commercials? What the hell do we need commercials for in 2025? Why do you need a Bounty Quicker Picker Upper commercial? Why? You don't. Why do you need information is now the most dangerous weapon? Absolutely. Because not everything has a commercial, but you still go buy it. Is there a commercial for lanyards? No, but you buy that shit. Baskets? No, but you buy that shit. You're not wondering why certain companies keep commercials on air. You're not wondering why they are so curious and why they want you to buy them so bad. Hey, Andrew, welcome back. These people are trying to control you in every way possible. So I know that I sound judgmental when I say shit like Stop eating McDonald's. Why the fuck are you eating McDonald's? They told you that they were giving you less good food. Meaning McDonald's used to be bussin' in the 80s and 90s. Now it's disgusting. They let you know in their face that they were giving you less quality and upping the price. Why would you eat something that doesn't care about you? It used to be beef. No, it's not. Why would you fuck with people who would do that to you? Programming, exactly. I had a great day. Thank you. Very productive. How was your day? Yeah, programming the mind to stay in the loop. And they deal with the jobs. I mean, we could change. Y'all know how much we can change if we all decided for 1 week. Let's say you work 10-hour jobs and you said I'm gonna go in for 8. And if you work 6 hours, you said 8 hours, you said I'm gonna go for 6 because this is all that's required. Let's say we did that for a week straight. When they said I'm docking your leave, we act like they didn't say anything. And then we took the leave that we wanted when we wanted. What do you think they're gonna do to you? They're gonna beat you. They're gonna fire the whole company. Y'all don't think straight. They're not gonna fire the whole company. They need you. They need you to go work their jobs. Corporations created jobs so that you can work the jobs so that they can sell you the products so that you can buy the products. Duh. They need you. If you for 1 week you decided, if everyone in America decided I'm only gonna work 6 hours, I bet it would change. I bet magically they'll pay you more and tell you that 6 hours is the new standard. Because you would just 2 hours for everyone would bankrupt them. They can't afford it. They can't afford the BS. But you're too scared because you think you can't afford it. You can afford it. You can afford it because they're going to pay you your money. Because you can say, cool, not only am I doing this protest, but you will pay me my full paycheck or I'll walk out forever. I had someone say, if we all quit our jobs, then how are we going to pay our bills? You sound stupid. If the whole world stopped working, who's going to pull us out of our house? Who's paying the police officers to come get you out of your house if the police officers aren't working? They said, what are we going to do about food? People who farm like to farm. Bitch, the crops still grow. They'll just sell them on the side of the street. Oh, but we won't have any money, so where are they going to sell them with? But you better go get a cool trinket outside of your house. You let someone else set up the system for you. And now you don't want to think about how to make it better because you're scared. So you're just going to leave this shit to the. I pissed somebody off because I told them to. Um, since you're one of the participants of the system, we're just going to have to wait till you die in order to make a change. That hurt their feelings. I didn't care. You're asking all these questions when you just need to take one step in the right direction. Y'all lack faith, but you're always asking for shit. Have faith. Move in that direction. How you gonna tell me that you want to be a famous singer, but I can't get your ass to go sing karaoke every night? You don't want to sing and perform. You just want to turn on your camera and 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 do a couple shitty notes. Most people ask for things they do not want to work for. The market would collapse. Yeah, of course the market would collapse. Because the market is set up on 8 hours. It's set up. They Our labor is set up on the market. The human being runs the world. Rich people are only rich because they got people working. Don't go to work for a day. We got the blackout coming up November 25th through December 2nd. And there's some people like, I can't take off work. Bitch, you take off work for dick. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But how many times have you women called out of work? You've taken your children to school. You've called out of work and you met up with a man for the day. I know you whores have done it because men have asked me to do it. And I'm like, fuck out of here. People really do that. I know that y'all have done it because no man would ever ask me to do something if they haven't witnessed another bitch do it. Excuse my language, but it is 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm out here spitting truth. I ain't really got my mask on right now. But I'm being serious. You whores will miss work for dick. but you're not going to miss work for a nationwide protest? Y'all make my stomach hurt. Y'all absolutely make my stomach hurt because y'all keep lying with your fallacies. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you don't want to look yourself in the mirror because you know that you're stupid and you know that you're lying. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I ain't saying that y'all that's on here, but it's the truth. And we asked for 1 week of you trying and you're scared to try. Oh, I don't like the way the system is. Okay, somebody has found a solution. Oh, I don't want to do that. I'm scared. So now, you know, if the thing was, if this was life or death and you were at war, if you were scared, you would die. You don't see your life. You don't see your culture. You don't see your country. You're not thinking, if I don't do something to make it better, my my kids, my grandkids will have nothing. No, because a lot of you are cowards and you're only thinking about yourself right now. There's a whole world that exists after you. You don't ever get pissed off at the people who came before you, the fact that they allowed the world to be like this, that they didn't do anything to change it, because I do. That's how I know sometimes I piss my parents off. Because I'd be like, how y'all let the world get like this? They're like, well, we was just going with the flow. I'm like, exactly. You were the fucking problem. They're like, whoa, little bitch. Not my daughter talking to me like this. But that, I'm being for real. How did you let it get like this? What did you do to change it? Oh, after a while, it just beat me down so much, I just went with the system. Why? Yeah, things don't change without action. It's like the Christians say, prayer without work is dead. Y'all want everything for nothing. You won't change your mindset. If starting with you is the easiest thing, why don't you start with you? You can't change the people around you, so change yourself. They will change. They will change or they will get the hell away from you. 9 times out of 10, you're going to force change. That's how that works. I'm talking about it like it's easy because I've been through it. It was not easy. It sucked. It was hard. It beat my ass. Elevating is difficult. But the alternative, child, I wouldn't want to go back. I wouldn't want to go back. I'll figure it out. From this point forward, I will figure it out. My only burden is money. Isn't that a blessing? The only thing I don't have is money. I have peace. I have love. I have joy. I have clarity. So, of course, when you're fighting for everything else, the demons are going to be like, I tell you what, you ain't going to have. Are you going to lose your mind? Nope, sure not. Because God told me it's on the way. God told me my endeavors are going to pay off. Period, point blank. You don't get to where you're going without freaking sacrificing some things. I sacrificed my ego. I sacrificed my pride. I sacrificed everything I had. He said this big, beautiful home in Cali. Come on now. Y'all have no idea. Materials was nice. I had those real nice granite. Not not just plain granite where it's like these little squares. No, mine was textured and had these lumps and bumps on it. It was nice. I had a nice house. Do y'all hear me? It was big. It was nice. And guess what? I was a horrible person. I was a lost person. I was a backstabber. I was a liar. I was a cheater. I didn't deserve that. All the things I had done up until that point, because see, I had a real nice job. I know I had good money. But then I became a corrupted soul, baby. When I say corrupted, I mean I was in the shits of the world. I was deep into it. For every nice thing I acquired, I lost something about myself. This little Christian girl in the world lost everything. Everything of value to me. Hello, how are you? And then I got depressed and I got suicidal. See, I had my child and I had woken up. Remember, I told my best friend, I said, I feel like, I said, I turned my conscience off for so long. He said, you need to turn that shit back on. I turned my conscience on, y'all. Everything started flooding me, started flooding my head, my heart. I realized I was a shithead. I was an evil bitch and I'd done some evil bitch things. I'd hurt people that I claim to love. I was a fake bitch. Like, let's be real about it. And over those years, yeah, I did own up to the things I did. See, I didn't keep a secret from people that I was a shithead. I just owned it like, yeah, so what? And I did. But I wasn't changing. So yeah, I was owning up to the things I did, but I wasn't changing. I was a horrible person. I want y'all to know that. With all that darkness comes sacrifice of oneself. And the day I chose to live was the day where I didn't want to be here anymore. It had all came flooding to me. All the hurt and pain that I caused other people, that was nothing but the hurt and pain I was feeling inside. Things I hadn't dealt with, things I had buried, demons that I was fighting. I was a lustful person. I loved alcohol. I loved to party. I didn't care. I didn't care who I hurt. I was just trying to get mine and do me. That has consequences. So hell yeah, I married the wrong person. Why would I not? I'm a demon in this world. Why would I not be attracted to demon energy? Why would I not go through bad things? But God gifted me with my child, this little angel. And I was waking up and it was hard. So this is just me from the past like 5, 6 years, bro. I had to lose weight. I had to stop smoking cigarettes. I had to come. See, I had stopped smoking before I had my baby because I really wanted a kid. So I stopped drinking and smoking before I had him. But after I had him, I did smoke again. This past summer, 2 summers ago, I did drink again. I dabbled in shit that was not for me. And I kept falling. I kept entering bad relationship as I'm elevating. It doesn't stop just because you're elevating. I've just got to the point where I'm like, cool. That was a lot. I did a lot. I recognized who I was. I recognize the struggle. I look at these past journals and I see all that I've written down. So don't act like when I'm challenging you to grow, I'm saying it's going to be easy. It's not. Please don't act like when I'm challenging you to grow, I'm saying I came from a place of sunshine and daisies and roses. I did not. I was the bad guy. Do you hear me? And I did it well because we all do it well. Excuse me. I just got tired. The world, like, it's either live or die. When it came to living or dying, I chose life. Life chose me, and I accepted. But I was brought to my knees for sure. Now I'm trying to elevate every day. I'm a better person. This shit ain't easy. You don't think I want to go back into the world? It's easier in the world. You don't even have to think you're on autopilot. You're on autopilot. You want a shot? Yeah, I do. Thank you. You want to fuck? Sure, why not? Thank you. You want some money? Of course I do. Thank you. You want the shitty job? Absolutely. Thank you. But now I'm saying no. I'm rejecting those things. And that is not easy. You're going to reject them over and over and over again. It doesn't get easier. You want to live outside of your purpose where you'll be stressed out and you'll be weakened and you won't be able to think straight and your digestive system will go back to being shit and your nervous system will be a wreck again. Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. Yum, yum, yum. Can have more money, money, money. I just started learning how to say no, thank you. I'm all right. I don't want that shit. No. I know what's on the other side of that. I've accepted it too many times. I know what it's like. I don't want that life anymore. I would rather fight to the T for this life I have now. I'm fighting like hell. So trust, I'm not advising y'all to do anything that I haven't done. Fought like hell for where I'm at. And I've always known universal truths. But how your gifts grow when you intentionally grow your gifts. The lessons flow. I know how to work the mirror because the mirror was working me. Y'all don't understand. I know it sounds like I'm talking to riddles, but I'm not. They'll give you the image that they want you to be, but there is a person in you, and you know what you want to be. You have to fight for that shit. Because the world is fighting for you not to be yourself. And it's easy to get caught up in the world. Cute Punk, I know you know. You divulged some information to me. Being with it is something unique. It is unique. It is unique because I'm forced to be honest. You know, one time I was told a teacher should never reveal what they've been through because then people will stop connecting with them and won't believe the validity of them. I don't believe that. I believe some people are terrified to be taught by people who appear perfect. I think some people are terrified to feel judged in a room when their head is loud telling them that they're a sinner. We're all sinners. So I just kind of feel like it's important for me to always say I was a fucked up individual before I became this person. My son saved my life. My friend who told me to open up them floodgates saved my life. He told me, funny part is, I said, no, what about you? He said, I got everything packed in nice, neat boxes, and I never plan on unpacking them. I appreciate that he challenged me because he knew that I could open the floodgates of my conscience and still make it out. But he knew he can't unpack those boxes. People will push you to your greatness. Yet the best teachers are the ones who have the experience, which I don't have experience. It just hasn't made me bitter. Some people experience life and they feel bitter, they're mad, they're angry. I don't feel that way. Bitter about what? We all go through it. I don't know. Some people say I talk like it's easy, but I keep telling y'all it's not easy. I'm not trying to perpetuate that this is easy. I don't want to confuse you all. It's hard. It's just the better path. It feels better inside. One path, you feel like you hate your life every day. Another path, you don't feel like that. It has brought the best out of me. I've lost a lot, monetary wise, where I started and where I'm at now. But I've gained so much more. I've gained so much more. See, that's why, fuck. I'm not a Christian, but I can relate to Jesus. I understand how this man let go of everything and gain the world. When you let go of everything, it's weird how people respect you. They don't want to be like you, but they respect you. They hate you, but they love you. I think it's going to get better. I think God's going to allow me to see better. You know, I've made it very obvious. I'm not a Gandhi. I'm not a Jesus. I have a gun. I'm not like them. I'm a warrior. I don't turn the other cheek. You know, I don't do that. I set up boundaries. I make sure you know what it is. I just don't think that everyone has to look the same, be the same, act the same. Be, because I just don't believe Jesus was turning the other cheek either. I don't know. They say he was. I think Jesus was whooping ass. Jesus was like a 6 foot tall, 6'2" black man with locks. Turning the other cheek, my house. Y'all can believe that all y'all want to. It's just a lie that they tell you. God made you a warrior. There's a warrior inside of everybody. Hell, angels are warriors. Angels are killers. Y'all know that? Angels, I think they say in the Bible, ain't even described as beautiful. Angels are like literal. When God say go, they go. They don't even stop to think. They don't have an alliance to anybody but God. Think about how crazy that is. That the Lord created warriors that are indicative of those many gods you heard of. Even if even if the many gods was real, like the god of thunder, the god of the ocean, the god of love, the god of war, even if those many gods were real, they say there was those many gods and there were still angels. So there were still warriors of the big dog. That's wild. Oh, that's good for you, Winter's Fall. I'm glad that you don't believe in anything. I don't know why you would tell me that. You're an agitator. But that's crazy to me. Gotta be, could you imagine not believing in anything? That gotta be a lonely life. One is the loneliest number. So I can only imagine how great thou art truly is, right? I wonder, I imagine too. I know guys this shit when numbers match up, like bones in your body somehow have some parallel effect to the stars in the sky and the Pythagorean theory. It's like all this stuff, and you're like, that's not me. That's not my zone. I just know that it exists. That's not my area. So y'all don't come over here looking for that for me. But there are people I know who are into it. I'm just like, that's crazy. It's crazy how everything is so connected. But I can, okay, winter's fall. Well, what purpose have you created? I believe that people are given a purpose. The purpose is inside of you, but if you want to create a purpose, what purpose are you creating? How do you create a purpose? If I can understand you say you create a career, you create a goal, but how do you create a purpose? Is a purpose not given to you? It's something that you create. Teach me. Like when you play a game, you get the mission, right? You don't create the mission. Or there are games where you create a mission. You like The Sims? You like Grand Theft Auto? Are those things that don't have a mission to them? They just do shit. I'm just trying to figure out how you create your purpose. Because now you got me wondering. When we say like to manifest a destiny, we're saying the destiny is already created for you. You just manifesting it and bringing it forth, and you living within it. So if you have a purpose, how do you create your purpose? You say, this is what I meant to do on this earth, and then you go forth and do it. I'm curious. Winter's fall. Is creating the purpose the same as getting a job or just doing something meaningful? But how do you know that the meaningfulness that you're doing is your purpose? Because when you're living out your purpose, it should feel good to you, whether you're getting paid or not. So, would your purpose that you create be something that is charitable, a charitable action? I'm curious. I'll tell you how, as long as I exist. I don't need to assume I can make it good to survive, to live, to let others live. I thought you said you was creating a purpose. So your purpose to is to exist and to let live and let others. Is that what you're saying? I'm not trying to chastise. I'm just trying to understand. So now your purpose is to exist and to let others have their own space while you have your own space. My phone's dying here. I'm gonna try to get to the 2 hour mark. Yo, I have a question right now, and I have a question for what's your favorite game when he was a kid? I don't know who he was. And do you have any other questions, or is it just when he was a kid? And what'd you say? I feel like that's. Mm, I can see why you would say that, Adam. I do think it's instinctual to let live and let others live. To be honest with you, but at the same time, if winter fall, if winter's fall feel as though their purpose is allowing other people's space to exist, well, I guess I'm kind of curious to know in the way that you exist, winter's fall. How do you exist, and what way do you live your life? If you understand what I mean. Yes, almost. My method for doing this will be through learning and acquiring knowledge. How old are you, winter's fall? Are you from America? The way you write is different. I'm trying to be polite here. 22. That makes sense. Your perspective is of a 22-year-old, respectfully. Yeah, just say live your life, winter's fall. Don't impede on others. If that's the most you can do for this world, I say then do it. No, I'm not from America. I can tell again by the way you write. Perspective is everything. Okay. You write young, and so you're from Iraq and you don't believe in anything. How does that work with the nature of where you're from? That's interesting. Anyways, we have a few minutes left. It's 3:35, y'all, which means that Mama has to go to sleep because 4 hours of sleep. I'm about to leave now. I have a not enough. You did, Sente. I enjoyed the conversation with you. Have a blessed day, dear. All right, I'll see you later, cute punk. Thank you for joining. So yeah, is it Mercury retrograde again? I feel so off. No, Adam, I don't know if it's Mercury retrograde. Thank you, cute punk. I just know that the world is off sometimes. Mm. So are you an atheist because you want to be an atheist, or are you an atheist because everyone else is an atheist? I can understand you rejecting your particular religion, but what makes you reject the notion of almighty power and all? Is it because of the teachings that come with it, like um, shame and fear, and like you're gonna go to hell if you're not a good person? I guess what I'm asking is, do you reject the notion of a higher power altogether, or do you reject the rhetoric of religion? Those are two different things. It's one thing not to believe in a higher power altogether, and zero higher powers is another thing to not believe in religion. Which one are you? You don't believe in the system, or you don't believe in the creator? Because I'm sorry, I just feel like people who claim to be atheists who don't believe in anything at all. I'm confused about your moral compass. Where does it lie? I mean, I know that that means that you feel as though you know right from wrong at all times, but I don't even judge you, bro. Honestly, it's not my soul. Wait, so you were in religion, so you were Muslim, right? And then you became an agnostic, and now you're atheist? Okay. That's enough sharing for tonight, friends. I'm going to sleep. I hope y'all have a great night. Adam, Cute Punk, Sebastian, thank you for joining. Winter, it was nice meeting you. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll be back at like, I don't know, 7 to 8 o'clock my time. So in a few hours. Bye guys. Have a good night.